Well, hey, welcome everybody to another episode of Tech Tip Tuesday. I am your host, Ken Close. I am a Healy World member, engineer, lover of the technology, and old timer here in the Healy world. So I'm excited to be here and be able to offer some fun techie stuff. I'm joined by some amazing co-hosts. I've got Jake Barron here, head of ops for the entire planet. Hey, Jake, how are you?
Hey Cam, hello everyone.
Greetings, greetings. And Henry Pena is the onboarding specialist that most of you love and know. So, hey, Henry, how are you? Welcome.
I'm doing excellent, Ken. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. So, here's how Tech Tip Tuesday works. If you're brand new, great, awesome, welcome. Good to see you. Hope this is going to be fun for you. This is a chat-based forum where we throw, or you guys throw the questions in the chat, and then the three of us will unpack those. We'll open the door to mystery and solve those mysteries for you guys. It's super fun. We try to make it as exploratory as possible, as in-depth as possible, and give you all the tools and references you need for going forward and being able to, make things happen for yourselves. So hopefully that sounds fun. What we can't do, guys, is that we can't treat, diagnose, prevent, or talk about really any diseases or specifics around that. So we would love to, but that's not our forte. We are techie guys, not medi guys, right? So hopefully that makes sense. You guys put your content into the chat, and then we get to put all that fun little content in there with it. Maybe there's some links, maybe there's some conversation, all kinds of fun stuff. So if that sounds fun to y'all, listen to me, y'all. I just got back from Texas, so I picked up a little something, something. If that sounds fun to you guys, then let's get this party started. How about that?
Sounds good.
And of course, if you guys don't put anything in the chat, we will talk about some latest and greatest. And hey, we got the right guys here on the call, right? Super fun. So, all right, let's see here. So, Tina says, I'm in Texas. Woohoo! Right
All
on.
right.
Go Texas. The Lone Star State. I'll tell you what, it feels like a Lone Star when you're driving the middle of the country in the wilderness of nowhere. Keeps going on and on and on. It's it's wonderful though. The skies are huge. You can see everything. All right. Let's see. So Marjorie says, got a client who is a Healy distributor. She got an email from Healy asking her to transfer money out of e-wallet to a $200 inactive for a $200 inactive fee. How do I explain this to her? So e-wallet is kind of a separate entity from Healy, but what Healy uses as the modality for money transfers. Jake, you familiar with this?
This specific request, no. So I know there is some sort of inactivity fee after a period of time too. So like if you have money in this account and if there's not anything else coming in, each month there's some sort of maintenance type fee that goes along with it. So if you're not using the money, nothing's coming in, it does make sense to kind of pull out what's in there so it doesn't, of course, just go away. I've never heard of any sort of $200 inactive fee though. That part sounds a little not sure too. And I wonder, I'm assuming this email came from iPayout, not from Healy too, as
Right.
well, because we don't we don't track the balances that are in the accounts. We transfer the money, then it's there. Then after that, it's like as Ken mentioned, it's third party platform there too. So this fee, maybe I'm wondering if this was like a reminder. Hey, your account's been debited. Whatever. There's been this many fees that add up. Maybe it's $200 over a period of 2 or 3 years. I don't know, which maybe could be the case here as well. But I would go to her and ask her like what her plans are. Like if there's no if this account is inactive or this, and there's nothing else being used there, it would make sense for her just to take the money out of there and not be charged any more of these inactivity fees or maintenance fees, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and that's what they are, guys. I'm familiar with the e-wallet as well. I've
Mhm.
used it. I use it, and if the money sits, they have a monthly maintenance fee. And so if it's sitting there for years, those maintenance fees will add up, and eventually consume all the money that might be there from your sales and commissions.
Yeah,
So it is wise to pull it out, put it somewhere else. If there is no activity in that account, so in other words, like you haven't made any sales, you're not making any commissions, you're not going to be charged anything. They typically will charge you money, not typically, they will charge upfront when there's a transaction made. In other words, you make a commission, that commission goes into the e-wallet and then it's transferred to your bank account that you've set up within the e-wallet platform. There is a transaction fee right there. Other than that, if you had no more money left over in there, it wouldn't continue to have monthly maintenance fees unless you have a balance, because now
yeah,
they're managing your money. Does that make sense? Someone else is managing your funds. It's still sitting there. They're having to account for it, blah, blah, blah. And so they charge you a maintenance fee.
yeah. It's the e-wallet is not necessarily meant to be like a bank account for you
No.
for ongoing purposes or retirement. Like it's a third party company that we can transfer everything to one company. Then you can do whatever you want with it after that. If you want to choose to this type of account or this type of account or whatever, it doesn't really matter. And I know a lot of people have it set up too. As soon as money comes in, it automatically gets transferred to their regular checking account or bank account or savings account, whatever the case may be there too. So maybe she hasn't logged in a few years, and this is kind of everything combined has been this much too. But yeah, I think in order to not continue to have more for hard-earned money taken out, it'd be a good idea for her just to go ahead and remove what's in there or what's left in there.
The cool thing about the e-wallet platform is that they do have a great customer service entity. So in other words, there's actually a phone number that within the e-wallet platform, you can look for customer service right there in that platform, not Healy,
Mm.
but in the
Yeah,
e-wallet platform. And they will, they will speak with you. They will talk with you on the phone. There is a phone number. You have to dig a little bit, but you can find it through their contact information. And then they'll ask you some authentication questions, and then you can get more details. So, but of course, um, as a mentor or as a leader for another person, we can't do it for them. They have to do it themselves because they're going to be, you all is going to be asking some specific questions to identify
mm,
that person. And it's finances, so today's world, there's a lot of folks trying to target those finances, so they want to make sure it's you.
yeah,
Authenticity is important there. So yeah, you definitely encourage your distributor to reach out to e-wallet direct and see where that goes. And again, okay, so Marjorie's saying this is a new client. So with a new client, you've got to set up your e-wallet, right? There's a process to set up your e-wallet, get your banking
mm,
information plugged in, authenticated, and then that handshaking begins. As Jake said, this is it's not a bank account, it's not a savings account, it's a transfer account, and that's its purpose. Its only job is to transfer money, not hold it. They want to get rid of it. They want to charge you a little bit of fee and then get rid of them out, right? So you can use it. So they make sure your new client has their e-wallet all set up. You do get an email with instructions on how that's done. If you didn't get it, you could reach out to Healy customer service, right, and see if that is something you need.
yeah. But in this case, Ken, as you mentioned, probably better for just to contact e-wallet directly.
Yeah.
They can confirm exactly what this fee mentioned was, or if she has not been able to set up her account, they can resend the registration link, that kind of thing as well to make sure everything gets set up properly. So whenever
Yeah.
she does have money transferred into her account from Healy, that it can be easy for her just to have it moved to where else she would like it.
Yeah. And if she's getting emails from the e-wallet portal, then she's already apparently registered somehow. There's already a link there.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, as soon as you join as an Independent Healy World member, you do get a link basically, like I mentioned, to set up your account. You have to complete the process, but there is a code assigned to you at that point also. Then you have to go in and complete your profile, add your bank account, those kind of things in order for it to really become an active account.
Exactly. I remember that process. And just as Healy has evolved over the years, now I did this over 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. There was a little bit different things going on then, but Healy has evolved, and so has eWallet, and their services and customer service and all that kind of stuff has evolved. It is much more simple today, in my opinion, than it was once upon a time. So hopefully it won't be too much of a task for your new client. I love walking through things with my new client. I really do, because then I learn too if there's something new because again, I set my account up years ago, and today's experience with a new client is going to be different. So it is fun to go through it with them, but they do need to be empowered, right, enough to do it themselves. Henry just put a customer support number in there for the iPayout, direct toll-free number there, as well as the or an email that you can send to the globalwallet.com. So hopefully that helps your new client as well, Marjorie. Thank you, Henry. Appreciate that.
Yes, of course. I would try. I mean, that's contact information I have right here on my records. I would try that and see if you're able to hear back from them.
Yeah, awesome. I love talking about money right out of the chute. It's like, that means there's money moving around the world, right? Healy's making some differences in people's lives financially. That's a great thing. It's a really great thing.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay. So I know we'll get some more questions here, but one thing in the meantime I wanted to mention is regarding Healy Care. So this was announced last Monday. Well, we announced it for Frequencies and Friends at the beginning of the month, but it actually went live last Monday. And this is where you can get a full extra year warranty on your Healy device for $59 for Healy, $59 for MagHealy. So it's a really great deal when you're talking about basically adding 50% longer warranty. Like our devices come with a 2-year warranty for Healy and MagHealy. Now it's going to 3-year if you add on the extended care. So it's super easy to do. So if you go to let me share my screen. I'll show you. So if we go here, so this is the Healy shop. Everyone knows about the Healy shop. If you just go to the replacement section. So if you're an existing member or customer, you already have your Healy or MagHealy, and you want to add on an extra 1-year warranty coverage, you just go to the shop, and I'm going to click on Healy Extended Care here. And then it's going to take you to another page where you'll be able to, it's serial number specific. So you have to pick, okay, which serial number am I adding this 1 year? Oh, I said I didn't click on it. That would help if I did that here. So which serial number you're going to add this to. And the big thing to keep in mind on this one is that it still has to be within the original warranty period. So whether your device is 1 week old or 1 year, 11 months, and 2 weeks old too, as long as it's within that original 2-year warranty period, you'll be able to select your device here too. I have a lot of demo devices and whatnot on my account. You see most of these, except for some of these Obsidian editions, you can't select them. They're grayed out because these are older than 2 years also. But if I wanted to say, okay, I want to pick, I don't know, this particular one here, add to cart, you go check out, you pay your $59, and you're covered for a whole other year beyond the original 2-year warranty as well. And then also, if you're brand new to Healy, you're just gone to Healy for the first time, you're shopping for a new device, you can add it at the time of purchase, which is very convenient as well. So if you go to shop, I just clicked on additions here. Let's go to, let's go to Healy Pro. We'll click on this, and then it's going to take us to the Healy Pro page, and then you'll see this part here. Okay. Yep. Maybe I don't want the coil right now, but okay, I want to add on Healy Extended Care. You click on this. Enjoy an additional year of official warranty coverage for your Healy device. Great. Add to cart. It's going to add the professional device. It's going to add the Healy Care on this serial number, which isn't even assigned yet, but when it gets processed at the warehouse and the serial number is assigned, this Healy Extended Care will be automatically assigned to that particular serial number there too. So whether your device is, again, within the original 2-year warranty period, or it's brand new and you want to buy it at the time of purchase, it's very easy to do now. And this has only been around for about a week, but we're trying to spread the word, because this is really a great way to protect your device for a whole nother year. So a full 3 years of coverage for basically $59. So.
That's a great thing to do, because again, it's on top of the 2 years. So say you're doing it right out of the chute, right? Now you got 3 years automatically, boom.
Yeah, and if say something happens within the original 2-year warranty period, your device breaks and you need a replacement, so you have a new serial number, you're not losing your Healy Care. You never used it. You never got to the 2 to 3 year window as well. So if you get your new replacement device, the original warranty and if there's an extended warranty, all that carries over to the device that you receive as a replacement too.
Isn't that great? Ha, I love it. I've been in the fitness world, in the service of the fitness world for decades, and so manufacturers sell extended warranties, right? A lot of these try to do that.
Yeah.
And for the most part, they're very expensive, right? They're very expensive. This is not $59 is not expensive, really. I mean, considering what you would spend to replace the hardware, right?
Yeah.
It's a small fraction. So it was a really good deal. I love it.
Yep.
Yay. So that's the new thing implemented. When was that? July 6th? I mean, a couple weeks ago.
13th. It was this last
13th.
Monday that it went live in the shop.
13th.
So
yeah. So now it's live. It's there. It's forever a product. All right. Not a lot of questions going on, guys, but hey, Henry, I wanted to ask you, being in the onboarding space, and I love asking this question, like on a routine basis, like what is it that's coming in on a routine basis, like the over and over and over question? Because with Tech Tip Tuesday, we get a lot of reoccurring questions, right? Because they seem to be a common tripping point. And so when we see these common tripping points, it's good to address them, because if the calls we're getting, or the people we're getting on these calls, are a small fraction of the ones probably experiencing the issue, right? And so, Henry, what are you seeing out there as far as some of the common stumbling stones?
I find that I would say the most common pattern that I've seen is people not knowing about the resources that we have. I find that seems to be the main thing. Even during this event that we had this weekend, there were members who have been with us for a really long time, who are not familiar with the onboarding, experience of going and having a call with me where I can answer questions. And a lot of these members are actively enrolling other members who are in that same trouble. I want to learn about Healy. I want to understand Healy. I want to know what the limits of Healy and the apps are. And a lot of people just don't know about it. And I had to remind them about all the resources, Healy onboarding. We have our YouTube channel with a lot of different educational videos, from the recordings of Tech Tip Tuesdays, the recordings of Healy onboarding, the different sessions that we have recorded, like the Martin Whitman master classes, the advanced trainings with Christy Wong, Healy Solutions, the Healy Opportunity. So we have so many different resources available. Of course, the Healy Academy too. And I find that that seems to be what people are missing, the fact that we do have plenty of information already available, but people just don't know about it. um More than a specific technical issue, I find that again is the lack of knowledge about these resources.
And that's important too, because you mentioned that you had leaders coming up to you, right? And if a leader doesn't know, they can't train their people, right? They can't train all of their new folks. And so it's just this kind of waterfall snowball effect of people unknown, not knowing things. So that's great that people are understanding and I had someone reach out to me that says, well, what if Healy was to send some kind of a reoccurring, I don't know, note or whatever on here's a plethora of resources that we have, because they were unaware. I get a lot of folks reach out to me personally, my social media following and all that kind of stuff. There's links to Healy folks all over the world, and so I'll get these notes and I will answer their question. They're like, wow, I had no idea. I had no idea.
Yeah.
And so it's like, to me, it's just commonplace. Why? Well, because I'm tuned in, and this Tech Tip Tuesday venue offers a lot of open doors for learning
Yeah.
information. I learn information as well, right? So anyway, that's some of the things the questions are coming up, and leaders not knowing, not being able to pass that information on, and then it becomes a bit of a bottleneck, right?
Yeah, and the idea, I mean, the reminder too that all of this information is pretty much accessible from our website,
Yeah.
because you will be able to access all of these links from our website, the YouTube channel, the Healy Academy, or event calendar that's new, so you can add events to your own calendar. And I think one of the most important tools that I can't emphasize enough is Harmony.
Harmony.
You can use Harmony, literally like the same question that people are reaching out to you, Ken, is like, okay, what are the knowledge resources that I have? You can literally ask Harmony, hey, what are the knowledge resources that I can use from Healy? And it will probably provide you with a YouTube channel, the link to book your onboarding call,
Yeah.
the link to the Healy Academy. So again, it is important to know that these resources are easier to find than what most people think. And then the only other thing, like a technical thing that I can think of that I was asked this during our event this weekend, was somebody asked me about the new Holistic Heal Advisor app, and basically they
Mm.
were telling me that they were getting all these notifications with things, and they were like, why am I getting so many notifications? So I had to explain to them that it's like, even though right now the protocol and the topic is for sleep, in order to sleep well, you don't just sleep. You have to do other things throughout your day in order to achieve proper sleep. And that requires also trying to reduce your levels of stress, so you can actually, when you go to bed, you are in a good mind state that allows you to sleep. So I had to explain to them, that it's not only about sleeping and putting the mask on, it's about running frequency programs that may help you with this. You have the vibrations, you have the different protocols that like the different interventions that we'll ask you to do depending on your preference, whether that's meditating or uh, different types of activities, yoga, breath work. So it's not only sleeping. Sleeping really comes down, proper sleep really comes down to everything that happens before you actually
all
go to sleep,
all day long,
for the
right?
most part. Um,
Mhm.
you do have some control as you are sleeping, and you wake up to choose to relax and go continue sleeping, but usually your sleep will be drastically impacted with whatever is going on in the rest of your life. So this is why the app will constantly send you notifications, reminding you too that you're welcome to deactivate these notifications if you don't want to have them on your phone. If you find yourself capable of remembering and looking at the app and running these things without being constantly reminded, you're welcome to turn them off if you prefer, but that's why you would be getting these notifications.
I asked my clients, one of the biggest issues with people today. I mean, we have some like five big ones. One of them is sleep. I'm not sleeping well. And so I'll ask my client, I'll say, look, well, so what do you do? How often during the day are you unplugging? How often during the day are you allowing your mind to be free? How often during the day are you not doing and just simply sitting and being? And they're like, what? what's that? And I'm like, so this is something people don't even think of. They think of when you're awake, the only thing that you're supposed to be doing while you're awake is doing, right? Constantly and now analyzing, constantly stressing, constantly doing, right? And yeah, that's the time in which we do things. And if we go back, these bodies, these humans are 250 million years old, right? And I always say we look pretty good for our age, don't we? But they're 250 million years old. We didn't do anything at night. We did everything in the day, right? But only in segments. Our circadian rhythm, when there was light, we did certain things, but we also rested. For the big part of the day, we actually rested. To be honest with you, we weren't building all day long because if you look at the way that the sun moves in the morning, it's furthest away. The frequency of light is at its slowest. And so there's where we typically were awakening. We were building muscle, we were hunting, we were doing the things preparing for the day. But during the midday we did less. We did less, right? And today, what do we do midday? We're taking a lunch break and we're trying to catch during our lunch break, we're not eating. No, we're trying to catch the gym. We're trying to get some errands done. We're trying to, we're not resting and we're not feeding our body. We're doing something else. So again, doing. So think about that, folks. The most important thing I believe that we need to do to support our sleep is take at least 3 times in your day, 3 times. And it could be 3 minutes, just 3 and 3. 3 minutes in which you sit and find your peace, find your inner self. And what that means is not by figuring out what your grocery list is at that time. No, it's not talking about what you're going to do for dinner. No, it's where you find your peace. It's where you just simply sit and be aware of your being, your inner body. I like to do this practice of body sensation. Body sensation is great because what are you feeling in your body? What's your body feeling? And I get people to tell me, well, I feel anxious. Well, what's that feel like? Is that tingling in your fingers? Is that, butterflies in your tummy? Go into that moment. Take 3 minutes and just have a moment of body sensation awareness. That's you connecting with the body, the vessel in which you are living this life in. And believe me, when you do that, when you pay attention to your vessel will pay attention to you. And when it comes time to sleep, guess what? It's an offering, right? It's a handshake. It's a partnership. And now you'll find yourself drifting off and going, Yahoo, right? Wow. I do want to bring something to everyone's attention because here we are, middle of summer. Everybody's outside doing stuff. Maybe we're out on the boat, maybe we're out at the beach, but we're outside probably, and we're hanging out with our Healys. I do want to bring attention to environmental conditions that the Healys was designed under, because I've mentioned this before in some of our calls, but it does have a temperature range in which it needs to be within. And because it's getting hotter outside, if we leave our Healy in the car, you wouldn't leave your pet in the car because it gets so hot in there during the summer. Nor should you leave your Healy in there because it does have a temperature range. And everybody gets this little booklet, right, with their Healy. And in there, towards the back, there is an environmental conditions section. And it talks about what temperature range should the Healys be within. And in the US, it's Fahrenheit. So it's 41 degrees Fahrenheit to 104 degrees Fahrenheit, or 5 degrees Celsius to 40 degrees Celsius. So our cars easily, well, first of all, the outside temperature can get to 104, right? I was just in Texas and it was 103 at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like, woo. So in a hot car, it's 20 degrees hotter, right? It's easily that much hotter. So you're way beyond the threshold of the maximum temperature that Healy is designed for. So keep that in mind, folks. It's better to keep your Healy with you. Your body temperature is not going to get to 104. I mean, yeah, if you got a fever, but still, it's not. You're going to be a better outside with airflow around the Healy than it be inside a stagnant car, right? So I just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention. We're in the midst of summer and the fun of activities outdoors. So take care of your little Healy as if it were your favorite pet. It's one of my favorite pets. So, all right, guys, we're at the end of our time here. You want to add anything, fellas?
No, I think we covered a couple important topics here in our 30 minutes, but yeah, like I said, the Healy Care helps spread the word on that. This particular Tech Tip Tuesday, the first and third Tuesdays of every month. And as Henry mentioned, at this in-person event we had in Orlando this past weekend, no matter how many times we say it on Telegram and send text messages and emails and mention on Frequencies and Friends, there's still a surprising number of people. What's Tech Tip Tuesday? And sometimes hearing it in person and seeing it from the people that are actually involved with the call, sometimes it clicks then, okay, yeah, this is a real thing. These are real people doing this call the first and third Tuesdays of every month as well, too. So, but I know we have a lot of loyal Tech Tip Tuesday participants on this call too, but yeah, we always love it when you help spread the word on this also. And
That's awesome. And remember, so what we were talking about earlier, what Henry was mentioning in terms of harmony, you don't need to have a Healy account you don't even have to log in. You just go to the Healy shop and you open that portal and you'll see at the bottom right corner down there the little icon for our chat. That's harmony. And you put in your own words exactly the questions you might ask me or Henry or Jake, right? If you were going to ask a question on Tech Tip Tuesday, put it right there and watch what you see. Even not logged in, without an account, you'll get information and pointers as to where to go. So super great resource, folks. Definitely use it. Pass the word on. And if what you experienced here today was useful, tell a friend, invite them here, bring you unique questions. You can also email those. That's what's that email address for people that can't make this?
I'll add it right here.
Yeah, we'll add it into the chat, folks. There's an email address, the onboarding email address that you can put your question in, and it will wind up on the screen here with us. So us.onboarding@healy.world right there. If you want to copy this chat right now, the three little dots at the top of that chat window next to where it says Healy Tech Tip Tuesday, click on those three little dots. You'll get a menu drop down and it'll say save chat. At the end of the call, you'll get a little icon on your screen. If you're on your PC or laptop, you'll be able to save the chat, which will have all this content in it. Otherwise, it's not actually attached to the recording when you see the recording.
Just
All right,
real
guys.
quick, I made a correction. It's actually onboarding.us, not us.onboarding. Just a quick correction. I already fixed it, so it's in the chat.
Okay, there you go. So onboarding.us@healy.world. Now it's recorded as well. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here. Good to see you again, gentlemen. Always fun to have a little Tech Tip Tuesday camaraderie. Thank you, audience, for being here. And pass this recording on to others if you found value. And we'll see you next time. First and third Tuesday of every month.
Tuesday, August 4th. We'll see you all next.
There you go. All right, guys. See you later.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody. See you.
Bye-bye.